Starry-eyed rumblings.
Apparently, Ace is extremely strong. With a single arm, she holds out one of the twisted vines in the center of the elevator shaft as Helix Bane climbs down. She does so without any evident signs of struggling or straining. 30 feet down, Helix Bane sees a small opening, and it's going to be a tight fit. Helix Bane swings a little and grabs hold of the side of the opening and peers inside. Thankfully, the tunnel isn't long, perhaps 5 meters or so, at the end of which there is a small metallic cube that is embedded in the electronics in the wall, and it pulses with a soft glow and hums with a gentle sound. Helix Bane wiggles her way into the small opening. With some difficulty, she has to go in arms first, then slowly use her fingertips and toes to shimmy herself forward bit by bit. All the while the walls seem to press in, trying to inhibit, trying to stop any forward progress. Helix Bane isn't claustrophobic. However, the combination of only having one exit point, not being able to see said exit point, or even see behind her, not being able to move any part of her more than a few inches at a time, and with the knowledge that to get out of this small, tight space will be a slow and arduous process, in which at any moment she could be trapped, unable to move, and unable to escape. Helix Bane does want to get out of here, sooner rather than later. With that in mind, she continues her slow progress forward, keeping her eyes on the cube. By the time Helix Bane makes it to the cube, she's breathing heavily. At least she would be, if the tight space would allow for more than just a shallow breath. The cube seems to be connected to a central circuit or terminal, with perhaps energy, electricity, data. Helix Bane isn't sure what or which of these is going into the cube, but she's fairly confident that something is going into the cube, and perhaps even something going out. Of course, there is a terminal on the wall beside the cube, which Helix Bane ignores. With the addition of finding it difficult to breathe in this space, Helix Bane simply tries to dislodge the cube without ceremony. It disconnects easily, and thankfully, Helix Bane isn't fried in the process. With one hand now occupied with carrying Yashi, or what was once Yashi, the way back through the empty tunnel, up the elevator shaft, and back into the observatory is harder, much harder, and takes a lot longer. But she manages. Back in the east dome of the observatory, Ace is celebrating Yashi's return. Whoop whoop! Yashi's back! Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, can I look after Yashi? Because I did kind of promise him that I would look after him if and when the time came where we would be leaving the observatory. And I don't want anything to happen to my little baby. Helix Bane hands over Yashi. Although she hasn't known Ace very long at all, Ace doesn't seem to have malicious intent or a deceptive bone within her. Then again, she may not even have any bones. Helix Bane watches Ace's tree-like torso begin to groan, creak, and shift open, creating a small cavity into which Ace places Yashi. Then the multi-hued bark-like exterior begins to close around the cavity, and Yashi sitting within. As Helix Bane watches this casual reconfiguration of Ace's body, she ponders her next move. Apart from no face and the brain liquor, she's found everyone that she knows remains on the ship. And although she wouldn't consider any of them allies, they all seem ready to at least consider working with her to get off the ship, if nothing else. That's probably the best Helix Bane can hope for at this point. And the benefits of going after No Face, or the Brain Liquor, don't outweigh the risks, in Helix Bane's opinion. So, they, Vang, Julian, Valia, Prime, her, Ace, and Yashi, and Helix Bane's favorite, Ragnar, will have to do. However, before she returns to any of these, Helix Bane wants to see if the mysterious sender turns up. She informs Ace she's expecting a visitor in the observatory and to make herself scarce, to which Ace readily agrees, saying she'll have to inform her friends that they'll be relocating. Helix Bane settles in with a clear line of sight to the observatory door. Then she waits.